What's up, everybody? This is Real Talk Football, and I'm your host, Rock Too Easy, and I'm with my guy, KG, aka Coach G. What up, dog?
What's going on, big dog? Man, I mean, we back at it, episode 14. What's going on, people?
And we live, baby. We live. Like I said, we was going to be, like we said we was going to do during this whole season. Make sure you guys like, follow, and subscribe to the YouTube, Facebook, Instagram pages. We're on TikTok. We're all over the damn place. We everywhere, baby. You ain't ever there. How you feeling, bro?
I'm good, bro. Can't complain. Another great week in sports, what we call football, whether it's high school football, college football, NFL week 1 kicked off this week, Thursday night, then Friday night, and then all the Sunday games, and then the Monday night game. Very entertaining week. A lot of upsets, a lot of downers, a lot of winners, a lot of losers. There's a lot of people that didn't come to play football this weekend, and Real Talk Football, we was everywhere this week. We was at college games, we was at high school games, it was back to college. It was crazy. We was everywhere, baby. That's what we like.
And that's how we got to keep growing this brand, man. That's exactly how we're going to keep doing it. Keep pushing it on football in all phases. You know, you never know. We're gonna pop up live at a damn Pee Wee game, man. It's your Sun game. Like, what's up?
Yes, sir. You already know. Hey, make sure all you baseball fans go follow our guys at Real Talk Baseball as well for all your fantasy implications. Even though the season is coming to a close very soon, it's almost gonna be October. Playoff games is about
October. Let's go.
October. We're looking for the Phillies to keep it on moving. But now let's start with our first topic. Whoa, what's going on?
You good?
My fault. Little technical difficulties there. I didn't know what was going on or what I hit, but back to our regular scheduled program real quick. We're going to start off with Dak Prescott and his contract right before kickoff versus the Cleveland Browns. He signed for 4 years, $240 million, 231 million guaranteed money, $80 million in signing bonus. This opens up $26 million in cap space for the Cowboys, $60 million annually. Man, I know when I got out of my son's game this weekend and I saw that come up on Bleacher Report, I put my face in my palm like this, bro. And I was not happy about all that money we gave that man, bro. I was not happy. I'm not going to lie. So my question is to you. Do you think it was worth it? Do you think Dak is worth it? And did the Cowboys do the right thing by extending Dak 4 more years and giving him that richest contract in the NFL history before week 1 kicked off?
Man. Well, like I've been saying the last 2-3 weeks as the season has been approaching, deadlines make deals, and this was the deadline of a goddamn deal. So that thing happened, 10, 11 o'clock in the morning, right before 1 o'clock kickoff. Now that's a damn deadline right there. And I don't know what pushed it for it to happen. Maybe because they want to take that chance of him hitting that free agency once the season started, but I guess that's what it was. Did he deserve it? It depends on the standard that you're putting him in. Right. Only because I only said that because it's like, is he a regular season winner? Yes. Is his numbers always good? Yes. Is he a leader? Yes. Is he a team player? Yes. He covers all the check marks of a starting quarterback in the NFL, but he lacks that one big thing. That's winning when it counts. Yep. So it's hard for me to judge it. Technically, I'm gonna say technically, yes, he deserved the money. Technically, right. And not even just that. You don't pay him, then what you left with? Not no damn Trey Lance. Not no Trey Lance. you know,
right.
and then who you going to draft next year? You're not even going to draft nobody because the team's still good enough for you to be a middle of the pack team, or even not even just a middle of the pack team because you still got them this year. They'll mess around and make the playoffs. So now you're not going to have any good draft unless you get lucky, like you got lucky with Dak and Romo.
Right, for sure. Yeah, I feel you on that. Is saying that he deserves it. I mean, the last 3 years, what 12-5, 12-5, and 12-5. After that, and that broken ankle, broken leg injury, and all that happened. Where we re-signed him, but like you said, man, it's the big games, the lack of performances in the big games, the shortcomings, the not winning even in the regular season big games, losing to the Niners every time we see them.
Yeah.
Losing to the Niners when we play them in the playoffs, losing to Green Bay last year. Even though I'm not going to put the whole game on him, but he did throw the 2 picks, a ball he shouldn't throw when he was throwing to Brandon Cooks, and Jair picked it off, and then another pick 6 to Savage. And that about sealed the game real early. And our run defense was horrible. Our pass defense was horrible. So I'm not going to put everything on him. The game plan on defense was trash. And they just didn't come to play after winning 15 straight in that building. Now the 231 million guaranteed is crazy. Crazy. Like, all right, 240 million, you can give him 200, maybe 195, but 231, sheesh, that's a little crazy for someone who's 2-5 in the playoffs, hasn't been to an NFC championship game his 8 years being in Dallas. So I think it was a little bit much. Was it deserving? Maybe. I probably would have if I'm Jerry Jones, I probably would have put him around that 55, 57 million, not the 60. But I get it. Where are you going to go next year? It's not that many quarterbacks coming out in the draft next year. And what you going to do? Go get Derek Carr, go get Jimmy Garoppolo, go get a veteran, or settle with Cooper Rush and Trey Lance? No, you're not going to do that. So the Cowboys did, and Jerry Jones, Stephen Jones did what they had to do to try to salvage the franchise, and probably did this because they know Micah is coming up next, and then DaRon Bland is coming up next if he gets
Tyler
back.
Smith.
Say it again, Tyler Smith. Yeah, but he's got a couple more years. But DaRon Bland and Micah coming up too. If DaRon can come back after this injury, back to his usual form he's been playing in the last 2 years. So it's a lot of money to throw around for them. So.
Definitely. So while we're already covering the Cowboys, so how do you think Mr. 60 million did today? I mean, this week against the Browns?
I think he had I would say he had a B performance. The first half he looked very well. And then I don't know if we let off the gas in the second half, or the Browns just had good adjustments after halftime, and we was only allowed to get field goals in that second half. But I don't even want to talk about the offense, because we know the offense is going to score. We going with a new defensive coordinator after DQ had us in those top 5, top 7 categories rankings. But the thing that was the not so good for the Cowboys the last couple of years was that run defense. And the run defense looked very good against a Browns team who's run heavy. Even without Nick Chubb, they are run heavy. And the defense played very well. And I got 2 guys for you. Our guy Overshown led us Cowboys in tackles with 11. He was flying all around the field. And the new guy, man, the new guy, Kalen Carson, who is stepping in for DaRon Bland, looked very, very good on Sunday against the Browns. So I'm liking what I see from Zimmer already. Even we lined up Micah and linebacker sometimes, dropped him off in coverage from DN, and he looked good. So I like what they did. They didn't show too much, but I like what the D-line was doing, stopping the run game, and we was getting pressure with just 4 all game long. So I'm happy with what I saw, but it's still got to be a lot of guys got to keep being consistent. How about you, man? How do you feel about Dak and his performance and the rest of the Cowboys?
Yeah, I agree with you with the B. My only problem is with the offense. While I know that we are going to score points due to who we got, the weapons that we got, I wouldn't say hate But I don't like the fact how the CD. I want to see. It sounds weird. I don't want to see as many targets for CD this year because came playoff time, that was one of the interceptions because they knew they was going to CD. You feel me?
Right.
We have other weapons. Get these other weapons involved.
Right.
Scheme up other things. Make CD a decoy for a whole quarter, and then make him go off to the second half. Because then now it's like, oh, we're gonna. Oh, well, he's not really going to. We're going to adjust. It's got to be a chess match. It can't be just CD. It was one time I think he might have went to him like 4 straight times, bro.
Yeah.
I don't want to see that offensively. I want to scheme it up so we're a threat. So when you game plan for us, you got to worry about everybody, not just CD. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's the improvement that I want to. That's that next step I want to see for us this year. And defensively, yes, 100% agree with you with everything that you said. Overshown was flying to the ball, super fast, super athletic. He's not as small as Bell was last year, who was a safety who had no business playing linebacker last year. The kid Nealon, other rookie Nealon was good too. He got
the DM, the defensive end. Yes.
You know, he definitely was looking good too. Keep working on his pass rush moves. He got pressure. He was good. He's good against the run. DeMarcus Ware was looking good. So it's definitely something good to build up on. Like I said, Mike Zimmer said he probably only showed like three coverages. So it was like he got a whole.
Yeah.
He said, I got some. Yeah, we're gonna have some fun this year. That's what he said. Putting 7 guys on the line, you don't know where it's coming from. You don't know where the pressure's coming from. So I like that a lot.
One more thing you said about the offense before we get to our next topic is another thing I forgot to mention is a negative is the run game. Even though we got 100 yards, it was too many cooks in the kitchen, man. Too many guys getting handoffs, just running the ball when like somebody's got to establish like being that alpha, which I think it needs to be Rico Dowdell. He's another change of pace guy. He runs downhill hard. He's fast. Zeke is a little old. If we need Zeke, man, use him in the goal line. Use him in short yardage. But Rico Dowdell should be the bell cow running back for the offense. And I think they just need to warm him up a little bit. I just think the run game calling from Mike McCarthy is just still not up to par yet. So maybe we'll see a little more in these next couple of weeks with the Saints coming up and then the Ravens.
Yep, definitely agree with that. And also what you said with their run game, I see CDA got about 2-3 carries or that end around on that jet sweep. I need to see that with Turpin too.
Yeah.
That boy,
get some carries too.
Second gear for sure, bro. Definitely.
Lamb got 3 of those speed sweeps.
Yeah. Come on, get Turp up in there. Right. So now we're moving on to the next game, man. Before we would talk about the game, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. No. You already know what I'm about to say. Because listen, bro. I was banking and wishing on the Niners' downfall this year. I swore they was gonna have a down. I said, nah, they ain't gonna be the same. These boys came out and put belts to asses last. Oh my god! Oh, the Monday night. Oh my god, bro. That defense is still potent. That Fred Warner is nasty work, bro.
And they're not even 100% healthy.
Yeah, they didn't even look like they were unprepared. Like Did they play anybody in the preseason? Did they play any starters?
They played Brock.
They played Brock. Man, listen. Either way, that offense came out, and that offense came to goddamn play, bro. Oh, my gosh. They put belts to asses. 32-19 to the Jets. Jets, well, first thing, I'm sorry. What do you think of the game? Before I go off.
Before you go off, it was as expected, even though I know I did text you and say Jets might win this game without Christian McCaffrey. But when we all think about it, we all know football. We all know Kyle Shanahan is a great play caller, and that run game is hard to stop regardless who's getting carries, right? And we saw that the young guy came in, he had 128 carries, 158 yards of a touch in this. And
Jordan Mason.
Right. And we all know the Niners offense is a plug and play. Why do you think they drafted Purcell if they knew Ayuk or Debo was going to get rid of Debo? They knew they was going to be able to plug him in. He's been able to take mediocre quarterbacks to to the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Like the biggest quarterback he had was Matt Ryan, even though he was coaching Heisman Trophy winner Robert Griffin back when they was the Redskins. But then you had Matt Ryan, Julio Jones, and all them guys over there. You blew a 28-3 lead, but his offense is still his offense. It's gotten better over the years, and now you got that great offensive line with them. And then as far as the Jets did this to themselves. We all was pushing. Even I was telling you about Shady McCoy and James Jones talking about not playing in the preseason.
Right.
He hasn't played a full season since his last year in Green Bay. That's over 2 years. A full game, I should say. Not a full season, a full game. He's got all these different new linemen. They don't know his cadence. They don't know how to play together yet. You could have played them a couple series each game during the preseason, get them used to it, get that timing down, and then you could have came out a little bit better. But it's not all on Aaron Rodgers the way that offense looked. But that defense, that run defense look a little suspect.
Yes.
I'm surprised we haven't heard that they've been on the phone with Hassan Reddick to get him on the line to get that pass rush up, because the pass rush was non-existent versus Brock Purdy. He had all day to throw back there.
Yep. Definitely only I think both teams only had like 3 sacks, but yeah, the pressure wasn't there. Hassan Reddick, I'm not depending on him to stop the run, but I am depending on him to add pressure to that quarterback. But yeah, that run defense definitely was suspect. CJ Mosley got out for a little bit, but he ended up coming back in the game. So we'll see if he ends up playing this week. But yeah, bro, that run defense was ass. Wow, I get dead ass, bro. Wow, we give the Niners so much credit. I'm gonna have one problem. My guy Ayuk, you waited all this time, and you want top dollar,
right?
5 targets, 2 catches, 28 yards. Word, bro. Word. And you dropped that tutty in a touchdown. The man in butter was like, you got to catch that. That's why you wasn't at practice.
Right.
Yep. Messed up my parlay. I'll call like it is. Oh boy, you messed up my parlay. Okay.
Why would you have confidence in him to do what?
I had 40 yards. I need a 40.
Come on, man.
I need a 40.
He didn't practice all off season.
That's 40 right there. Weirdo ass.
You should have stayed off that.
I'm sick.
You wild, bro.
That ass, bro. Oh my gosh. But yes, yeah, the Niners came out, man. Like I said, I was wishing on their goddamn downfall this year. It ain't too late.
Right.
But yeah. And another thing too is C-Mac. We don't know if we'll get him this week either.
Yeah, it looks like he's doubtful. I don't think they're gonna play him. They're playing Minnesota. Minnesota is not, even though Minnesota did upset them last year in that 3-game skid they had, but this year
First Cousins is going off.
I don't think that's gonna happen. Not with Andy Dalton shivering back there with that pressure about to come on him. I think they're gonna just double Jefferson and then it's over after that. So
Facts.
Here we go, man. Recap of week 1. There was a lot of disappointments, a lot of surprises, a lot of injuries. Man, all I want to know is what was the game that surprised you the most, and what game did you enjoy watching? That was a good game that you was like, all right, here's a player, you know what I mean, that you didn't expect to step up for their team this week.
Well, it definitely was a lot of good games came in it. Chiefs Ravens game, that rookie Worthy. Oh my god, super fast, super duper fast, and that offense is going to be scary. And then Hollywood ain't even there yet.
Right,
that offense is going to be super duper fast. Patrick Mahomes said he wanted to get back to throwing the ball down the field, and that's exactly what he's going to do. It's what the hell, man? Damn Chiefs, bro. Niners and Chiefs. These like what? What are we doing wrong?
Bro, I don't
what are we doing wrong? God damn. Yeah, definitely. I like the kid Worthy. He definitely stepped up. The Niners game, Mason, he stepped up.
Right.
What other game is I'm drawing a blank here. I can't even think right now. I'm drawing a blank on it. Who you got?
If you remember, chime back in. For me, the most surprising game was Joe Burrow and the Bengals losing to the Patriots at home to a team basically who was probably giving up and saying, all right, we're going to get a top 5 pick. And Joe Burrow didn't show up. Jamar Chase didn't show up. The defense didn't show up. It looked sloppy all around, all the turnovers, all the 3 and outs. Joe Burrow had 167 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. And then the receiver one of the receivers had a fumble on the kick return, like opening kick after half.
Yep.
Opening kick, you fumble the ball when you're trying to get back into the game. Another disappointment was Caleb Williams, 93 yards. Even though they won, wasn't because of the offense. They had a block punt, scoop and score, and a pick 6 to end the game to win 24-17. It was just horrible, man. There was a lot of bad games, a lot of teams that were hyped up and they didn't perform. That the Falcons, they lost to the Steelers. The Steelers only.
That was the game I was about to get at. Yeah, yes, that's the game I was going to say.
The Steelers won over field goals. They didn't score a touchdown at all. So Falcons are major losers. I hope the Eagles blow them out Monday night, embarrass them even more. And then another team that I was like surprised of how they played, even though they made the playoffs last year, was the Bucks. Baker Mayfield had 4 touchdowns this past weekend, and the Bucks killed this weekend. They played very well. I was very surprised by that, even though I knew they were the one offense that had basically brought everybody back and was going to be easy to gel whether they played preseason or not. So 4 touchdowns in the debut this week. The first week of the season for the Bucks. That was good. And one more guy who's been fighting injuries, my last thing of the week 1 recap, who's been fighting injuries since he's gotten to the league, drafted by the Ravens. J.K. Dobbins had over 135 yards and a touchdown with the Chargers, and they won this week. So very happy to see him back after balling at Ohio State back in the day, back when he played in college ball, finally healthy. So I'm looking forward to watching him too after this first game and how his season goes, man.
You know, another game almost Patriots, man.
Yeah.
People thought the Patriots was going to get smacked around out there.
Yep, that's what I was thinking. Yep.
Stevenson, that right. Listen, Mayo, you get these dudes play defense and run the ball. You're going to be in a lot of games. Well, you look at the Steelers did. They kicked a lot of field goals, but
right. Come on,
definitely going to be in a lot of games. So definitely looking forward to week 2 for these matchups that's coming up. Now we on to college. We're going to come back to the NFL, but we on to college right now.
Yes, sir.
These upsets. Well, first thing, not even these upsets. The main upset, Notre Dame. Notre Dame go Notre Dame. I'll tell you that much. Notre Dame gets upset 16-14 to Northern Illinois. After they then paid this team $1.4 million to come in and play, just to turn around and lose. He said, "Yeah, we're gonna use you as a warm-up game." They said, "Nah, we're gonna warm your ass up." They didn't blow him out. They didn't do nothing. But I'm gonna tell you what they did do though. This young kid, we might have to check his identity though. His name is Antonio Brown.
Antonio Brown.
Now, are we sure they say Antonio Brown? You know he's been trying to get back in the league.
Black people always trying to get creative with names. Come on, man. Just
listen. I'm trying to tell you, it might be AB, bro. You know he's been trying to get back in the league. He still got eligibility? Listen, man, he probably cut. It's like, nah, let me stop playing. But young boy went off though. 2 catches, 126 yards, and a touchdown. He had 83-yard bomb. Then he also had 20 carries for 100 yards. Young boy went off on him, bro. That's just really what it came down to. That probably is his stock market probably gonna go up. People gonna be on the lookout for him for the rest of the year and see how he comes out. for a kid to get off like that. But once again, like I said, Notre Dame go Notre Dame. That's exactly what they did. And we'll see how far they drop in the rankings this week.
I don't think they drop as far as people think they're going to drop, because people love Notre Dame. They hype them up every year, and they get upset by a team they shouldn't be losing to every year. Oh, Notre Dame's going to be a playoff team this year. This year they allow them 12 in. Oh, they're definitely getting in, and they choke every single year. Now, if you let them, they drop to 7, bro. That's it.
You said 7?
They dropped to 7. They were 5 before the game.
Oh my God.
They dropped to 7.
You serious?
You lost to an unranked mid-major team. That's crazy. So, but by the game standards, though, they only the yardage was pretty even though they were outgained by 100 yards. The time of possession was fairly even, 31-28. But the 2 turnovers Notre Dame had cost them the game. To NIU's 0 turnovers. When you win the turnover battle, you most likely are going to win the game. When you lose the turnover battle, you're most likely going to lose the game. So I think those 2 turnovers lost Notre Dame the game. But like you said, Notre Dame going Notre Dame, and this is what they do. They always choke it away, man. Always choke it away. The other game I want to get to, even though it wasn't an upset, it was a top 25 game. The game we both thought was going to be tough because it was in NC State, and Tennessee bust that ass.
Belts the asses.
51-10 at NC State. Tennessee had 460 yards total to NC State's 143. They had 39 yards rushing. In college football, you got 39 yards rushing, you ain't winning too many games, if any, with only 39 yards rushing.
Exactly.
So even though that game wasn't really an upset, it was kind of an upset the way the score was. You know what I mean? 51-10. We wasn't expecting that. We were expecting a closer game. So what do you think about that pick? And then I know you got another game you want to talk about, even though I told you them Longhorns was going to bust that ass too.
Oh, yeah. Well, me, here we go. I'm in my feelings about that Tennessee game because I took the points. I should have just took the over.
Right.
I kept my look back and I looked back. I said, damn. All right, it's starting out slow. It was a sprint from the beginning, bro. They just ran them off the field, and there's nothing really more to say about that. It's just ran them off the field.
Right.
So we'll see. We'll see how Tennessee is. I don't know who else tough matchups they'll play. I didn't look at their schedule and see how prolific that offense is going to be against a tougher defensive team. But right now, that offense is clicking, man. That offense definitely is clicking. The next game, it ain't an upset game, but it was a game that belt to asses. Michigan is basically letting you know everybody last year is gone, and we ain't got nobody else to make up for it. Right. The score was 31-12, but the score. Let me put it like this. They won 31-12, but it could have been more, but they was just on some weird shit after a while. Right. Because I was sitting there with you we was at the game together, and I'm sitting there like, yo, bro, I need to cover this 42. What they doing?
They didn't score like the whole second
half.
It
was 31-6 until the middle of the third quarter, and then just stayed that way. And the next thing you know, Michigan scored at the end. He had 246 yards and 3 touchdowns. That offense is good. That O-line is good. The defense was playing well. Donovan Edwards didn't get off like I thought he was at least going to be somewhat solid against them. He only had 41 rushing yards. So you stop him, and it's a wrap for everything else from Michigan. That quarterback probably going to end up getting benched.
They had 80 rushing yards, and they're supposed to be a running team, right? They had 80 rushing yards total against Texas. And Quinn Ewers balled out again, 24-36, 246 yards and 3 tutties. So he did his job got Michigan out of there real quick, and the game was over before you even know it. It was another upset, even though not such a big fuss. Iowa State beat Iowa 20-19. That was our last upset of the week for college. But we're gonna stick with college and get with your man Prime, his son Shedeur, in Colorado real quick, man, because this is what happened this weekend was expected. I knew Nebraska was going to win because just like last year, Colorado don't have anything in the trenches as far as O-line and D-line. So I knew it was going to be a long day for Shedeur in that offensive line. Now, the thing we want to get to is Shedeur and his comments after the game when a reporter asked him, like, how you feeling, after the game? And then he answered, how many times did Raiola get hit? Come on, man. You supposed to be the leader of the team. You the quarterback. Everybody looking to you. You being out here all flashy, doing this the last 2 years, and Colorado hasn't accomplished anything. You didn't accomplish nothing over at Jackson State. Then win a championship over there. You lost the championship 2 years in a row. And we talking all crazy when we get to Colorado and all this. And now you went what? Yeah, got the wrist up with the watch and all that. And this is not what a good teammate does in throwing their offense, just throwing the whole offensive line under the bus and then driving it right back over him. You know what I mean? My thing is he's doing the same exact thing he did last year, which I was telling people, stop blaming the O-line. Throw the ball away. Throw the ball away. You can see the pressure. Throw the ball away. Stop holding on the ball. Now you running back this way. You running to the left. You running to the right. You run up the middle. Now you running and you doing circles. This is college football. Guys is faster than you. They gonna catch you. You ain't gonna be doing this in the NFL either. Throw the ball away. Live to play another down. Instead of being second and 20, it's 2nd and 10. Now it's more manageable. You getting sacked, then blame it on your O-line. Now some of them is your O-line. All right. As soon as you snap the ball, it's dudes in your face. But sometimes when you hold on to the ball, you gotta get the ball away. And I just don't like what Shedeur did here. He also backpedaled today and said that the loss is on me. It's too late now. You already put that video out there and you blamed your O-line, man. So where are you with Shedeur's comments in Colorado for the rest of the season?
You know what I seen? What they played 2 games, right? 2 games.
They played North Dakota State last 2 weeks ago, and then they just played Nebraska.
Right. So in that one interview, he's throwing more people under the bus than touchdowns.
Facts.
That's exactly what that boy did. And he's got to clean it up and tighten it up, honestly, because, dude, you ain't that. Nope. You're not like that. And it's the reality of it. You're not like that. And your dad needs to tell you you're not like that. This dude, he's so open armed, he's so open mouth and says whatever he wants about any though. When he first got transfer portal, transfer your goddamn son out there because he's stinking it up. And not only did he throw his lineman under the bus about pass protecting, basically they said, why aren't you running the ball more? Because they definitely don't run the ball.
They do.
They don't even attempt to run the ball.
This is all to get stat pat for him and Travis Hunter to get them ready for the NFL, man. If you're trying to win games and try to get the pass rush off of your son, run the ball a little bit more.
Exactly. Try to create some type of balance, play actions. And honestly, Travis Hunter looked frustrated too. He looked about tired of this shit because he didn't have to stay here for that. He definitely didn't.
He didn't.
Shedeur, your stock is going down even more due to the fact of you staying and looking as bad as you are right now.
Right, because you want to be drafted number 1 overall.
Exactly, bro.
I don't think that's going to happen either.
Exactly. And then now it's like, now that your stock is going down and your team is losing, you're going to keep losing or you're going to try to turn it around. Let's see how much of a leader you're really going to be.
Right.
So, yeah, man. That's where I'm at with young boy. He got to get it.
He definitely got to get his act together. Yes, he does. And another thing before we go to the next topic, Deion came out and said that Travis Hunter and Shedeur on this roster is like leaving a Lamborghini in like a 1-story house or something along those lines. It's like who Who put this roster together?
Mm-hmm.
Who put this roster together, Prime? And you got some nerve to say nothing,
I honestly
say something.
another thing
Say
too,
something
though.
crazy like that. You the one who said, "I'm bringing my luxuries," and it's Louis. And you got all those guys from the transfer portal, and you ain't put up. You didn't build a program up to the standards you wanted to be. It's your fault. It's not their fault. It's your fault. You didn't put the people,
Right.
offensive line, the D line around them to help this roster be competitive in the Big 12. Now they not winning the Big 12 game. See what happened to them against Nebraska and the Big 10. When they go to the Big 12, obviously a little bit more open. They don't play defense as much. They still not going to win because they don't got the big boys up front. They not winning the Big 12 game. They not.
Definitely not. It's a done bun for your son. Get it together. Get it together. Now we are off to the high schools. Yeah, dog, man. Definitely a good weekend. Yeah, definitely a good weekend at some high school football that we didn't do a recap on. What you want to go game for game, or how you want to? You want me to just give you my 3 games that I got? Or how you want to do this?
Let's recap. Let's recap first. Recap on the games that we were. Well, the first of obviously the game we was at, the game of the week game, which was TEP versus Chester. Let's start there first. What you, my guy?
Oh man, hard fought game, trash talking, intensity, talent, grit. This game was everything that it plus more, honestly, to be honest with you. TEP comes out on top 28-24 over Chester, while Chester was up 18-7 at halftime. The kid Jabri Wallace Coleman, aka Mr. Dirty Yards, man, because he gets dirty yards. 29 carries, 223 yards, and 4 TDs. 4 of them things. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them things. The Jameis Winston.
He had 240. Don't short my man. He had 240.
Oh,
he had 240.
My bad.
240. Don't short my man. 3 rushing TDs, 3 rushing TDs, including the game winner and a receiving touchdown.
Yeah, the receiving touchdown where he carried about 4 or 5 of them on his back.
Yes,
4 or 5 on them on his back.
Yes, should have had a 2-yard gain.
He said, hold on. Oh, you want to come too? Hop on. We out.
Right.
And then drug that joint in. But I will say though, while he definitely did get off, Chester got some talent, bro.
Yes,
them twins, Jalen and Darren Harris. Young boys get busy.
Yeah,
number 2. He played everything.
He kept them in the
3
game.
3 interceptions, 2 touchdowns, bro. 3 interceptions and 2 touchdowns.
Right.
Young boy was getting off while Jalen, he broke a couple people down in that pocket, bro.
Yes,
and he was so calm when TEP won, because I was on TEP side of the field and I couldn't record like I wanted to because the tent was in the way, and I'm rolling over Chester side. TEP ended up scoring that not the walk-off touchdown, but the one before that to the when they scored on the goal line when he threw the bomb when the quarterback, what's his name?
Joey. Talking about Joey.
Joey. Yeah, Joey threw the dime to the wide receiver
on the sideline. Yeah, that was a great pass. Yes.
Yep. Jalen came over and I seen he said, I'm cool. They walk right down. They scored again. The next thing you know, Jabri did what Jabri do. Bull, he's about business. Young boy is about business. Definitely. Another player on Chester, the linebacker, Jarrell Palmer.
Number 0, yeah.
Dog.
Yeah.
State dog junior. He young boy, he could, man, listen, young boy's tough. I definitely like him a lot. Comes downhill. He's definitely hitting hard, runs the ball well. I like him a lot. Deshaun Jackson, the running back.
Yeah, he was he was all over the place on defense, and then he had a couple runs when he was carrying some people. He was out there ready to play. He even smacked Jabri in the hole downhill in the A-gap blitz.
Yeah,
and met Jabri in the hole, and you heard it. You heard it across the street. He picked him up and dropped him on his back. He was playing very. He played very well. Yeah, and the thing I like though. The thing was crazy though. Even though TEP got the win, was when they came off at halftime. And they was doing we run Philly. I said, oh man, y'all shouldn't have said that.
They was talking heavy. Halftime came, then they turned it around.
Yeah.
Joey got it together. Like I said, he started out struggling in the beginning. Then he got it together. The young boy Zaire Mathis, the DN, he started getting right. I just need him to be a little bit more contained when he's rushing, especially with these running quarterbacks, bro. You gotta set the edge when you're on that edge.
Yeah, he's giving up the edge, coming inside, rushing inside too much, and then ain't nobody on the outside because they was playing a lot of man coverage, a lot of off coverage on Saturday. So he needs to do his job to help his defense.
Definitely. Yeah. Oh man, that game was definitely dope, bro.
Yeah,
like that a lot. You got anything from that? Anything else?
I do have an upset. Before I get to the upset, I do want to say our high school player of the week is Jabri Coleman with the 4 touchdowns, 240 yards rushing, 4 total touchdowns, and 1 receiving, 3 rushing. But this next upset I want to talk about is 6A versus 6A CB West and 5A Souderton. Souderton with the upset, 20-13. CB West could not get the ball rolling, couldn't move the ball against them. Souderton shouldn't have won this game. West is the better team, and it looked like maybe West was looking ahead a little bit in a couple weeks, you know what I mean? So I don't know if they was looking ahead of them because they, 5A school, they a little smaller, but Souderton's been a good team. They haven't started off as well. They wanted to this year. Now they're 1-2. So they got a big win. Maybe this catapults Souderton in the next couple of weeks and gets them on a run to the 5A playoffs, district playoffs. But CB West has got to fix some things before they start conference ball this week. So they got to get the ball rolling. But the games I have for the week around here is not too many big ones, but we're going to start with the crosstown rival, CB South 3-0 versus CB East 2-1. Like we talked about a couple weeks ago, and the highlights we saw with Big Mikey Carroll down there at IMG. CB East no longer has him, and we saw Mikey Carroll.
God, Mikey!
Yes, be crazy down there at IMG, just pancaking everybody, hopping on them and block. He looks like he got even bigger since he's been down in IMG, but the good bigger got rid of that baby fat, built that muscle down there. And then the biggest game against rival.
Hey, you.
Oh, was that a pause? My fault.
Wow. Got rid of that baby fat, added that muscle down there. Hey, yo.
I've been down in Florida. Yo, you're crazy. Yo. Yo, come on, bro.
I get it.
Come on, man.
My bad. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
All right, last game that I think people should go to if you in the neighborhood, you ain't got nothing to do. Friday Night Lights, Neshaminy versus North Penn, longtime rivals, both teams 3-0. That's going to be a good game and good matchup. Go see that game. The game is at North Penn this weekend.
Mm-hmm. All right. So let me. I'm sorry. Let me.
I know you're a little hyped for this high school game of the week for you. I know you.
Hold on. My bad. I got to do 2 more recaps real quick. My fault. And then I'm gonna do these upcoming games. Well, Friday game I went to also because I've been high school hopping around these games. Me and my bleacher chair. Shout out to my bleachers chair.
Oh, here you go.
I went to Springford versus Downingtown East, which was a really good, tight, close game. Springford started out strong, came back-to-back scoring. Matt Zollers breaks on a 78-yard touchdown. Dude was getting busy. Super athletic. I really like this kid. I'm actually happy and excited. I got to see him play live, like I said, because as we know, he's a top-ranked quarterback in the state.
Right. He's a great athlete. I saw some basketball highlights. He can get out. He get down on the court too.
Okay, yeah, I haven't seen that.
He got some buddies. He be dunking on people. Got a little shot. He nice.
All right. Yeah. But all I know is I saw him break on that 78-yarder. We gotta go back to prime. He can run. And the one time he scored, he hit it with ha. They got up and down that TD too. Young Bull's tough. I think that while Springford has him as a talent, I don't know if he has enough weapons around him to help him win games. The kid Jamal Lewis, he's a good tough runner, but I don't think he gets the ball enough. I don't think he has enough talent to win these big games against these other teams. But other game I got after that, well, I'm sorry. After that, they play Downingtown West. So that's going to be a tough joint too. So now I don't. That's when you said right when you said they were looking ahead. I didn't know if you were thinking about Springford or who else you were saying when you said Downingtown West was looking ahead. So they got another tough game.
No, that was CB. I was talking about CB, not Downingtown.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, I'm sorry. You're right. You did say that. Yeah. So now that puts Springford at 1-2, and there's two top teams in the pack. One of them is Norristown, baby. Let's go 3-0. 3-0, baby. Let's do this. Win another tight, close game over Connect, 14-8. Listen, when I was looking up these games, Norristown, as far as PA ranked, it was ranked at 345. Right now, they at 228, baby. We rolling. But we have a really tough game this week against who was it?
Tell the people why you are hype about Norristown so people know the background.
Man, listen. So what? I'm 35. When I was there, we weren't the powerhouse that we was. I'm probably about like 7-8 years off of that. Mm-hmm. But when I was there, we always talked about how big of a powerhouse Norristown was with Norristown football and basketball. So yeah.
Football?
Yes. Let's hold on. I said 7-8. I ain't talking about when you got busy on this. We're not about to do that. We're not about to do that. See, now you acted up.
I'm about to say you better back that up. Maybe with basketball, but football.
I said 7-8. You ain't 7-8 years older than me, man.
All right, let's keep it a big. Let's keep it a big. Keep it a big.
All right, God damn it.
All right.
Oh God. But yeah, man. Listen. They damn, I thought I had put it down on my notes, but they definitely got it. Oh, I'm sorry, I do got it. They got a tough game against Bayard Ruston. They just won beat a tight close game against PJP 20-13. So I'm wishing the best for them. The guys keep playing hard. I plan on going to Norristown versus Boyertown this year, so I'm gonna see that game. So I'm definitely gonna pull up. The upcoming game that I got for Friday night, Roman Catholic versus Malvern Prep.
Ooh,
bro. Yeah. Now that's gonna be a joint because you got Shamaj Bill. This kid, he has 14 touchdowns, 929 yards, and only one interception this year so far.
Very efficient. The ball.
Yes. And his receivers, Eon Stead and Rayshawn Scott, fast dudes. Like I said, they get yacked. They're super fast, athletic kids. I like them a lot. The DN, Mikkel Fords, their DNs are. They're fast and aggressive and nasty. And this game is going to be tough. We'll see how Malvern Prep who they decide to start though. Like I said, when I told you I watched that game they played against LaSalle, they ended up benching the kid and then bringing in what's his name? Jackson McClellan, he played quarterback, but he's more so a baseball star. So I hope that they do end up starting him because it's more of a balance because they do have a good run game. But I need to see. I want to see these. Like I said, I told you, Prep got 3 D linemen, Jackson Ford, Cam Brickle, and Bernard Blakely. Against LaSalle, you had 0 sacks. Yeah. So what's up?
Yep.
I need to see something this weekend, boys. So I'm definitely looking forward to this game. This game is going to be super dope, bro. Super dope. I'm excited for it. And then the other game, we got Imhotep versus East St. Louis.
Right.
Now that's going to be a good job.
It's going to be definitely a good game too.
Are you coming?
Saturday night, right? It's at 7. Yeah, haven't made the decision on that. I do want to come because it's a night game and it's a team from another state. I want to see how you don't get these many opportunities to see teams from a different state to see how they really play football. I think I may come. We'll see what we gotta do. You know, brother got a family, three kids. Gotta see if the wife is okay with it. But it'll be fun to come to that game. So I'm gonna try to come. You know, support my guy, Coach Dev, and the boys down there.
Yes, sir. Yeah, bro. I'm looking forward to this game because me, doing some research on them. They're the number one team in Illinois.
St. Louis.
Yeah. They got the quarterback Kendrick Lyons. He's real chill in the pocket. I think he's real comfortable getting the balls to his receivers. Cortez Rupert, number 12, number 1, LaRon Baker. He's a down the field threat. Him and Rupert was both down the field threats. Christopher Bennett, number 3, real fast kid. Yeah. I've seen him from watching his tape. On defense, they got a linebacker, Elmo Gilliam.
Mm-hmm.
Real good linebacker, real patient and reads, right. and then reacts and then hits the hole. I want to see contact between him and Mr. Businessman.
Yeah, job break.
Yes, Mr. Businessman. So I want to see them two meet each other at the see how that go. Meet each other in the hole. Pause. Okay, and then
I want to see, like you saying, you naming all these guys on St. Louis's offense. I want to see some adjustments for Emotep in that defensive backfield, because there was a lot of holes last weekend. Mm-hmm. I want to see them tighten up the kick game too, because special teams is very important. You can't give up touchdowns in the kicking game. You got to tackle and bring guys down and let your defense come out there. So I want to see what adjustments Coach Dev and his staff has made to get ready for this game. A lot of that took out of them last week against Chester. Let's see if everybody stay healthy and come back and perform for this game here too.
Definitely. I definitely agree with that, because like I said, when you going up against Chester, they was more so running the ball. They would do a zone read, and every now and then they were throwing the ball. This team, East St. Louis, they got receiving threats. And like I said, that quarterback is relaxing in that pocket. So Zaire Mathis, I need you to see you raise some hell. Let's see you raise some hell, put some pressure on that quarterback, make him feel a little bit more uncomfortable out there. So I'm definitely looking forward to that game. But yeah, that's all the games I got for high school.
Got you. Okay, on to the next, man. Our last topic before we get up out of here. It's been a great show. We appreciate y'all that's been coming on and commenting on StreamYard and Instagram and all our platforms that we got going live, Facebook and Twitter and all that. Week 2 matchups, man, in the NFL. What couple games, or even one game? It could be 2 games. How many you got this week? Are you looking forward to watching this week? And who do you have in those matchups?
So all right, so we're gonna go to matchups, or are we gonna pick the ups and then we'll do the upset of the game last?
We're gonna do our matchups, upsets, and get out of here. That's right.
All right, bet. Well, the Thursday night game is already jumping off good. You know, Thursday night games ain't normally been good. Right. Bills and Dolphins. Josh Allen here at his hand, but it's not his throwing arm. So I think he'll still be able to get busy. But I see that a tight, close matchup game. The Bills, they was getting smoked in the beginning of that game last week, and then they got it together. So we'll definitely see how that is. And then who's on the Dolphins that was on the Bills last year in the secondary?
The safety.
Is it Poyer?
Yes. Yep.
Yes. Yep. Looking forward to see him. I'm looking forward to seeing that game. Other game I'm looking forward to see is Seahawks Patriots, man. Yeah. I want to, like I said, the Seahawks, they won a close game against the Broncos. Broncos gave them a run for their money. I want to see if they'll be able to stop that run game. They're going to keep the game close, because Seattle has to travel to New England for that game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. So those are my 2 games I'm looking forward to watching.
Okay. All right. I got a couple games. I got 3 games. Looking forward to seeing that Bucs-Lions game. Both teams played very well last week.
That's going to be good.
Very well. Bears versus Texans. See how Caleb plays versus how CJ Strauss plays. I think CJ has the advantage there, being in his second year. But I think it should be an overall good game. And then I got the Bengals Chiefs. Yes, we know that the Bengals did not play very well last weekend, but we all know that Joe Burrow and the Bengals show up to play the Chiefs, the last team and last quarterback to beat Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs in the playoffs, Joe Burrow. And the last 3 times, last 4, like won the last 3 out of 4, because they beat the Chiefs 3 times in the calendar year. 2 times in the regular season and that 1 time in the playoffs, 3 times in the calendar year. So looking forward to that game, even though like I said, Bengals didn't play well last weekend versus the Patriots. Now, before we get out of here, I want to hear, you want me to do mine first, or you want to do your upset pick first?
Well, I'm already talked about it. I'm taking the Patriots over the Seahawks.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
And it's in New England, right? It's in New England, right?
Yep. Okay. And then listen, the young boy, DK got last week. He was by Mr. Surtain.
Yeah, he was strapped up.
Don't let it happen again, bro.
He was strapped up.
Yeah.
He was strapped up. DK is overrated in my book anyway, so that's just me. That's just my opinion. I already talked about this game, but it's going to be my upset pick because they are 7.5 point dogs against the Lions. I'm picking the Buccaneers to beat the Lions at home. Picking the Buccaneers to pick the Lions at home. I think they played very well last week. And the defense played very well last week. We both know last year and this year starting up that the Lions have holes in that back seven, man. So you got to guard Mike Evans and you got to guard Chris Godwin. And if you don't get pressure on Baker Mayfield, he shows that he can be a very efficient quarterback, get it to the guys he needs. And he was mic'd up last week. He said if he sees one-on-one coverage, he's throwing at the mic. It don't matter. And Mike will go get it for him anyway. We all know Mike has been very consistent, looking for that, 10th in a row, 11th in a row, 1,000-yard season. I think he is going to be a problem. So that's my upset pick of the week.
Hold on, I just wanted to add to that also.
Go ahead.
You got to look into I like that upset. I don't know if I can run with it, but 2 other factors is, 1, Todd Bowles likes to blitz a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So you're messing up what's his name?
Putting a lot of man, yes. Right.
And 2, you're going from a fast offensive turf team to going and playing in that grass down in Florida. That's 2 different type of speeds also. So I can dig that also. Yeah, definitely.
No, they're playing in Detroit.
What?
Yes, in Detroit,
snap.
Bro.
Oh, crap. My bad.
Yeah. No elements, no rain like it usually rains off and on down in Florida. Yeah, I think it's going to be closer than people think.
7.5.
7.5. That might be something for you, all you bettors out there. That might be something you want to take right now and jump on it right now.
51.5. Huh.
I would take the points. They're not beating the Buccaneers by 8 points because we all know Campbell likes to take gambles on those 4th down and 2s and even 3s, depending on where they are in the field. You ain't gonna you don't convert all those, and then you give a short field to the Buccaneers and Baker Mayfield in that offense. And don't forget White, Rashad, right?
Running back. Yep.
He can run too. He's good. He ain't no slouch. He balled out last weekend too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. And one more shout out, because I know my man gonna hear this, because I know he watching, even though I don't know if it's up to speed yet. Taki Smith from MOTEP Charter plays for the Buccaneers. So good luck to my man this week 2 matchup against the Lions. I want to see him ball out there this week too.
Hold on. Before we get out there, I got one more thing to say. Shannon Sharp, be careful with your live, my man.
Oh, you're crazy. Yo, this man is crazy. Listen, we out of here, people. I appreciate y'all joining us on live. Check us out on Twitter. Check us out on Facebook and TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. Make sure on YouTube you like, share, and subscribe. Peace, y'all. We'll see you next week. Yes, sir.